everyone, my name is Ragani. I am a college student from Pendidikan Nasional University. I am majoring in International Management Business, and here currently I'm studying at Hanyang University as an IISMA Awardee, and I'm enrolling in the School of Business and business majors as well. Here I took 3 courses, which are globalization, cultural and ethnic diversity in Korea, and also organizational behavior. And as an addition, I took an extra language course, which is Korean language course. I initially heard and informed about this IISMA program through the International Office Affair of my home university. They advised me to try to apply myself in this program, and I would have to be completely honest. Well, the whole process of the application process of this program is really nerve-wracking, as I feel really nervous, but I got a lot of help and I was super encouraged by my lecturer in my home university. Also, I got a lot of assistance from the Office of International Affairs in my home university. Thus, I feel like I got a boost of confidence to actually participate in this program. And during the preparation of submitting the documents through the IISMA platform and IISMA website, I felt super nervous, and I couldn't help but feeling questioning the whole thing that I'm doing right now. But by the end of the day, all the efforts done and all the hard work are really paid off. Not to mention that prior to this, I have to retake my English proficiency test, as my old one was already outdated. So yeah, I already feel like giving out all my best effort for this program. The hardest time that I've encountered during the preparation process is through when I'm trying to apply for the visa, because the COVID condition back then was really concerning, as I was trying to do things remotely, as I'm not resided in Jakarta. I try to ask for many help as possible to actually be able to apply to the embassy and the visa application center, but thankfully by the end of the day I managed to to be granted with my visa. I would want to share to you guys about my initial worry before I arrived here in South Korea. I realized that zero competent and zero capability of speaking their language, which is Korean, and thus I feel super nervous. Even on the airplane, I feel like, what am I going to be doing once I arrived in the airport? What am I going to say to the staff if there's some hardship that I encounter? How am I supposed to explain myself to them? But you know what, my worry is it all unnecessary, because all the entire process went really well. And you know what, it's been almost a year and over since the last time I traveled abroad, and I feel super excited and super thrilled about the chance of finally to be able to travel abroad again, especially now that I am traveling to the country that I've always dreamed of visiting, and I get to be here now. As you guys know, due to the COVID situation, traveling abroad, not only traveling overseas, even the domestic travel would be really hard, since there are a lot of health documents that you need to prepare. The same thing happened to me. I have to prepare for my vaccine certificate, my PCR test result, and many other health related documents that could give a clear statement that I am healthy enough to travel. The thing that really amazed me the most here is that after I arrived and try to do the mandatory quarantine, I was informed that I need to take 2 PCR tests. The first one was a day after my arrival date in the quarantine facility, and the other one is one day prior to my initial release from the quarantine. There's one thing that really noticeable for me. It is that how quick-paced is someone here. Yeah, that itself is actually really surprising to me, as I was taken aback by that. But at first, initially, I feel like it's kind of hard to adapt with. But then again, after a few weeks of staying here and after a few weeks of adapting, I could pick that up, and I can get a hang of it now. So 3 major courses, which are globalization, organizational behavior, and the cultural and ethnic diversity in Korea. Those 3 subjects were taught by different lecturers that of course will require different types of learning, different teaching styles, and they would assess their student differently. But don't worry, because at the beginning of the semester the lecturers would actually give an introduction class where they would actually explain you about the do's and don'ts, the whole do's and don'ts during their class, and how they will assess you, what kind of assignment that they will give to you, and they would actually give and tell you about the expectation of goals that one student needs to be achieved throughout the whole semester. In terms of learning habits and learning pace here, I noticed that it felt a little bit different from how I used to learn and study back in my home university, because here I have many responsibilities other than my school, because I have to take care of myself, I have to take care of other things outside school. That's why I try to manage my time wisely. For instance, for my assignments, usually during the whole week I would dedicate 1 or 2 days for me to actually finish my weekly assignments, so that I can, you know, use other day to completing other tasks. And here we also have like a midterm exam and final exam, but I have only experienced the midterm exam, as the final exam is like nearing and around the corner. But from my experience in the last exam, I would dedicate the whole weeks to learn about the exam with my fellow IISMA awardees, so that when the exam is finally there, we are fully prepared and we are ready to take the exam. And prior to your arrival, you will be able to like join this program called Hanyang Buddy program. Well, the university would pair you up with one Korean student, and they would actually become your buddy or your friend, and you would like hang out with each other every once a week. Personally, to me, my Hanyang buddy would fill me in with all the information that I will be needing throughout my whole stay here in Korea. She would explain me about the Korean culture, all the things about Korea that I will need to know, and in exchange of that, I will also share about the cultures, the Indonesian cultures, with my Hanyang buddy. So there is like an interchange of like culture between two different person from two different countries, and I also get to share things about my culture, about the Indonesian culture, with the foreigners. Throughout the whole participation of becoming an IISMA awardee, I feel like I've gained so many valuable life lessons that I could not get from any courses or books. Instead, it's something that I can gain from experiencing it in person. I gain a lot of self-confidence, because prior to this program, I would have always had this self-doubt within me. You know, I would always overlook my ability and capability of doing something. And then again, here I managed to prove that I'm wrong. I have the self-confidence and I can do everything that I want. If I just put my mind to it, and if I work hard for it, then I will be able to gain it. And then I realized that I'm actually become more disciplined with myself. I learned how to appreciate the tiniest, the smallest thing in life. I learned how to manage my time wisely. And the most memorable thing that I will always remember about joining this program is that I get to meet all the people, all the amazing people that I can call friends. I am forever grateful for my chance of being one of IISMA awardee, because IISMA allows me to experience all the things that I initially only dared to dream of. I got the chance to seize all the opportunities that I have yet to know exist. I have the chance to, you know, to do self-discovery, and thus I am very proud to say that I am a changed individual now, and I hope to be a better person that can contribute to my nation and my home university and also home country. I am officially IISMA biased, because IISMA turns my dreams into belief and belief into reality. Made all the impossible become possible. With IISMA, we can be bold to go abroad.